Hi guys, welcome to this new WHY.CGI video. Today we're gonna interview Bondo, the co-founder of WHY.CGI. Okay, let's start right now.
Yepa! Hey Romano, how are you?
How are you, bro? You good?
Got a camera guy with you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you.
That's nice.
Welcome. I guess just to make a whole setup for you guys, Romano's here today just to make a small interview about me as a founder of WHY.CGI. So, you guys want anything water before we're gonna start and jump into all these questions here?
Yeah, let's have a drink.
You all have some water here, but I will just grab some water for myself.
So thank you for this quick interview. I think it's gonna be dope. Like people don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
It's your first interview ever, right?
First interview ever. I think is for me. It's like it's a new thing, but we're just gonna take it as it comes. And if you have any questions, let's see what I can answer. What I can answer for the audience out there. If there's also people maybe after the interview, there's maybe can make some comments out there. Maybe some other things that haven't been asked. But yeah, let's take it as it comes. Yeah, this is my place.
Why you started to move here? Like actually because you had the choice between like I don't know, like Bali,
Yeah.
Vietnam, and
So-
you choose to move here.
I think for first time I moved to Thailand was 1.5 years ago. The reason was to actually meet my partner, my business partner, Egor, and I was so excited to come to meet him and just the whole place. But it was not even when I actually first time come. I just saw the whole country and I met the people and everything was just like so nice to be here. It was first time for me coming to Thailand, so I was like, okay, surprised. And I was like, why should I go back? You know what I mean? Like he was living in Thailand, why cannot not just live in Thailand and have the same kind of lifestyle? So I haven't actually looked back since, no.
That's dope. So you're planning to stay here for many years, right?
Yeah, I haven't planned to go back to the cold winters. I know you from France, so I guess it's the same with you.
Exactly the same. Yeah, it's been 3 years.
Just to let you guys know, this is one of the new partners for WHY.CGI as well, coming in.
Yeah, I started in January.
Yeah.
Really excited to join WHY.CGI team and to build even bigger things together. So I'm super happy. And yeah, I don't know if you guys like know about WHY.CGI because like I think the second interview on the channel. But here we've got the founder of WHY.CGI, Bondos, and we would love to know more, maybe a little bit more about what is WHY.CGI, what you guys are doing.
So at WHY.CGI, the whole plan I can recap it for the whole beginning where I started and how it became all these things as it is today. So I was living in Denmark. I was like a freelancer at that time. I was doing my own thing under my own studio. I had a lot of clients coming in for different things, and I was struggling to do all the things by myself. As you know, it's hard to just do everything yourself. So you cannot just go to a lab and then clone yourself right now. Maybe Elon Musk can create something in the future, but for now it's not possible. So I was looking after some help online, and where you are looking when you're looking, of course you're looking on Upwork or other places that make sense for you as a business owner. So I was finding this guy on Upwork, and I was like, okay, this guy seems pretty good, and he's doing the same kind of things I am doing, and we have the same interest, and he have the same mindset. He's just grinding, and when I look into people I want to work with, I need people that have the same kind of mindset and can see the same vision as me, and not just because you know when you hire some people and they just like say something, and they're actually not living up to the things they actually are saying. So I'd rather have some work done instead of words been saying. But yeah, I met this guy on Upwork and we've been working on different projects. The funny story is this is my partner in WHY.CGI, one of the co-founders, Egor, that I met on Upwork. So we were just working together on different projects. I was traveling around for some work. I was at that time I was in New York. I was doing some work for the music DJ David and his duo Morten. They have like this friends called Future Rave, where they're doing different like music together. It's like futuristic music. And I was over there because they want some mixed reality videos. But in the meantime, I would have a conversations with Egor, and Egor just said, bro, it's so crazy. So many clients, it's just coming to me. And I was like, what, why? And then I was looking at one of his videos he just launched, and it had over 1 million views. I was like, what is going on? Like, I never seen so many views in my life. I was like, okay, congrats, man, it's amazing, it's dope. And he knew we were working together a little bit at that time, and we were just doing our thing because we like to work together. But he was struggling to actually handle the clients. Because that was what I was doing. That was my part, basically, just to handle the clients and making sure everything is running smooth. And of course, as an entrepreneur, you're just coming up with ideas like, okay, let's do something together. Let's just figure out like how can create something that haven't been seen before, but it's like also different in the market. And if we want to grow, because I don't know, I just had like a feeling to start with when before you become this going into something with other people. It's hard for you because you build all your things yourself, and now I guess this is the same conversation we have, you and me, about because you use so much time and energy on something you want to build by yourself. But actually, the way I learned was actually you grow even faster with people that have the same mindset with you as well, and you can. There's limitations of where you can actually end. So we come up with different names. I was like walking around in my small hotel at Times Square, just walking around, and then I said, what should the name be? Something with CGI, because we want to do something computer generated, but we're not gonna like only be limited by 3D. We want to do something there's like computer image, like CGI. And then I was like, what can it be? Why not? Why use CGI? Why should people use CGI? Why is it a good question? And I was like, and then I said, why CGI? Why CGI? And I was like, why CGI? And it's like really, really catchy for me. And it's like, I wanted to keep it short, but I also want to keep something behind it, like something like a small quote, why not use CGI? Or why use CGI? Like as a question mark, and saying this is why you should use it. And then we are coming and showing videos why you should use this product as well. After coming up with all these decisions here, we moved, we were talking about how we're going to make the business, where we're going to like establish the business. Should it be Dubai? Should it be Singapore? All the kind of people are talking about Dubai should be the place. I was like, maybe Dubai, maybe Singapore, because for me also sometimes when I see all these like dropshipper guys, it can also feel a little scam. I don't want to feel like a scam. I want to be actually a product like we can like show, and we can actually be proud of it and be something for the people out there they can look up into. So I went home to Denmark, and I moved all my stuff. I signed off my apartment, and then I moved all my stuff to my dad and lived at my dad's place at that time. While I was just grinding, I basically took my whole screen and my computer just in the middle of his living room and just sitting in front of the computer and trying to make this happen. So I was looking into different things, like what is the solution, what is the benefits on the different places. And Singapore was the choice we went with. So we made the company in Singapore, and after that I decided just to go to Thailand just to meet Egor, because we haven't met each other, but we were just connecting with each other for like over 8 months on FaceTime. I thought it was like my girlfriend, like some kind of relationship with because you're having ups and downs and you're talking, having conversations. It's like feeling like in a relationship because it's so intense. Because I'm a perfectionist, so I want to make it so good as possible. The same is with him. He also want to make everything possible, but everything was new for him as well. And everything went so quick. It went really, really quick. Yeah. We didn't even reach out to people. Everything went so organically. All the videos, because of the amount of views, is actually getting all these videos here. So we need to start from the bottom. What are the first thing we need to do? Okay, we need to make a website. We need to find designers that can be around. We need to look into all these like softwares like Asana and Monday.com, like softwares I never used and looked into before, but I need to learn all these things from the bottom before we're gonna move into something else. So 2 years after, we are 20 people now on 20 people plus, and then freelancers on the side, actually in the studio, working remotely, globally, and doing their thing. We have an amazing team right now. There's just doing a lot of like great work. I'm really proud where we are today compared to it's only been 1 year and 8 months. So it's really crazy to think about like how quick all these things are just happening, and always just like look into the goals and try not to stop, and don't have any don't look into don't be distracted about all the things that is coming on your way, like parties, like events, and a girlfriend that's not supporting you. All these things can like be distractions for you. I think it's just like the old thing you see on social media. Just just do it. You know what I mean?
Just focus.
Yeah, just focus and don't have all the distractions in your head. Sometimes there can be down days, and sometimes there can be days where it's even better. But again, you just need to go all in, and then everything should be okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. So really in dive into like how WHY.CGI started. So that's dope. I think I'm gonna ask a bit more question about business and the future of WHY.CGI, but maybe what we can do, we can move.
Yeah, I
some
promised you guys to show where I like to eat and maybe show a little around by Bangkok, and then just I think it would be nice for the people out there also to see Bangkok. Maybe there's gonna be some inspiration for you guys. Why move to Thailand as well and not stay in Europe?
Cheers.
Oh, it's hot today, huh?
So hot.
So warm. Another day in sunny Thailand.
Yeah, that's what I love. This building is like really dope.
You plan to move to this place, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like in 3 months, I think I'm gonna join you.
Okay.
It's pretty dope.
Just
I like this.
my neighbor. I saw there was some other apartments available over there.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, it's good because what I like as well, like you've got the gym, you've got a swimming pool there, like a co-working space. It's like there's everything, so it's gonna be dope. And also
it's
like
really dope. Like the thing about what I like, especially about the Thailand condos, is like every time you move in, you have either at like a gym and a swimming pool on the top. And the price for like living here compared to Europe, it's like I would say 50% of the cost you pay at home, and you get even bigger size of all the things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was in like London a few years ago. For the same price have you got here, you're living with 3 other roommates.
Yeah.
And with a lot of conflict and stuff, so it's like game changing to.
Yeah, but you start living in Phuket, right?
I started in Phuket. Phuket's way different vibe, like way more chill. I decided to move to Bangkok to have more this energy and connections.
Should we take this tuk-tuk here?
Yeah.
Let's ask him. Swadee krap.
Swadee krap.
Song krap. How much for River City? 200. Song? 200. Okay ครับ
River City
ใช่
ได้เอามา
200 ครับ
200โอ้
Camera guy
มวยไทย
ใช่ I just went to Muay Thai yesterday.
You can feel it.
รถถัง
No bicycle. Noodle. Pet.
โอ้นู่น
Noodle pet.
ต้องเห็นรู้สึกว่า
ใช่ 8 minutes.
near River City
Yeah.
you speak Thai นิดหน่อย
นิดหน่อยครับ
Good side of Thailand. I love it. Like so easy. Like hot weather all the time, so you just wear short. You go outside in t-shirt. Easy. You just
you don't
take
think
a tuk-tuk.
exactly. You don't need to think about like what you're wearing or anything. And like when in Denmark, I need to take my big jacket on, and sometimes you don't know what the weather is, so you go out with a big jacket and you're sweating because sometimes it can be hot, or you know what I mean. So it's really difficult. While always here is the same weather. Like just wear some shorts, some flip-flops, and a shirt, and then you're good.
Yeah, I love it. There's a lot of positive side of living in Thailand, and especially Bangkok.
Yeah. I'm gonna take you guys to one of my favorite places, street food in Bangkok. It's at the River City, nearby Chinatown. It's noodle and duck, but they also do a lot of like other Thai food over there.
That's dope.
I'm a big head fan. Yeah.
Is it your favorite food here in Bangkok?
It's one of my. I would say I don't have a favorite place. I think everything is really good, but it's one of my favorite to go street foods places. 100%.
Yeah, that's dope. That's right.
What about you? You have any exciting
I'm pretty European foodie guy.
Yeah.
I prefer like European food.
Yeah.
There's some specialties.
What do you like? Just the steak and some fries.
Yeah, exactly. The basic fries and steak, and also like
old bistro in Paris.
Classic. I like also like the coconut soup with some chicken and eggs. This is like my top one in Thailand here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I usually go to European restaurants. That's why, like, if you guys come in Thailand, don't be afraid that I will have to eat spicy all day. No. There's like a lot of different type of foods here.
They have a lot of different things. That's the good thing about here. I think, to be honest, first time when I moved here, I was so surprised about the food because I was traveling a lot before as well. But I would definitely say Thai food is in my top 3 of categories of food. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the price, like going to street food, I think you pay like $5 for getting some food.
Yeah, when you go to local shops, it's really good and doesn't cost
And the
anything.
quality is even higher at the street food compared to eating at a restaurant, actually.
Yeah.
I went to a Michelin in Paris because I had my girlfriend. She want Thai food because she's from Thailand. And then we went to a Michelin restaurant in Paris. She was so disappointed, and I was also disappointed compared to the quality you get actually in Thailand itself on the street foods and the prices and all the things.
So Thai food is superior than French food.
I would say it's different. You cannot compare these two things together.
it's-
I think it's different vibe, it's a different feeling. French food is good. So yeah, if you go to Paris, go to a small bistro in the corners, and then get some snails, get some steak, fries, and get a good what is it called, the sauce? You know the pepper sauce. Is it pepper sauce they use?
Pepper sauce, or blue cheese sauce, or
Sauce.
pepper sauce.
Béarnaise.
Béarnaise, yeah.
Béarnaise.
Béarnaise sauce. Yeah. Yeah, I still love French food. And but Thai food is really, really good. I mean, before the first time I came here in Thailand, it was a bit complicated eating spicy, especially like mala. Mala is like a wood stick with some meat on it, and they put it on like a different spice. It's super spicy, like it's super hard to eat, but there's a weird effect which is like, I don't know, you enjoy and you want to keep eating it, even if it's painful. It's such a weird feeling.
And you just know you're gonna wake up next day and sit 1 hour on the toilet.
Yeah,
Holy.
this is the best part.
How do you like? What kind of food do you usually eat? And like work day, like you just because I know it's so easy to order food here.
Yeah.
So personally, when I'm sitting and work, it's just easier just to order food with Grab, and
Yeah, that's the
it's just so convenient just to order.
That's what I love.
That's what I love about Thailand. Everything is so convenient. I don't need to wait on the subway or
Yeah.
like the train or the bus because and it always comes in time. But just order a Grab and then go behind the scooter and then they take me to the specific location.
Yeah, everything is easier. Like
So convenient. Yeah.
Grab is the main app for transport and food. There's also InDrive for people who want to come in and traveling around.
How was you? I know you lived in UK. How was UK compared to living in Thailand?
But there's nothing. I mean, I love UK for the energy. I love the culture. I love the environment. It's like really beautiful city. I was living in London, so it was really nice. Really good experience because I just moved to France in a small town and I was moving to London, so I was really impressed and really happy about it. But COVID came and I moved to Thailand and now I cannot go back. I mean, first, the cost of living is like way higher in Europe and especially in UK, in London, for accommodation.
Yeah.
Food, same. I had to cook every day, preparing my lunch box to go to work and spending a lot of time cooking, for example. But here in Thailand, everything is much easier regarding the transport and the food. Like you mentioned here, we just have to call Grab and the food coming on your door in 40 minutes is way more easier. And so the price is not that expensive compared to if I have to order in Europe.
Yeah.
So I will never.
But you in the UK, you worked in a studio at that time,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, I work in 3 different studios as a 3D motion designer.
Yeah.
First, I started as an intern in a Dance Peak studio. Next, I moved to Fluent Studio, another CGI company, and after Found Studio.
Yeah.
And I just grind. And after Builders Club, where I work remotely with them, and starting as a freelancer, building my own studio, and joining you guys.
Yeah, it's
So
amazing.
the journey has been pretty.
The funny thing, guys, when I started, I was looking at his tutorials. I was looking at this guy's tutorials. And now we're here today sitting in a tuk-tuk in Bangkok and then doing work together. So what is a coincidence? Like, it's so
life is
crazy.
crazy, yeah.
Like, I think it was like 7 years ago. I was studying 3D, and where you study 3D is YouTube now these days. And the guy that was popping up all the time was this guy, and I just loved his work, and I guess we just connected. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I
Just
contacted
connected.
you. Like I saw you work with WHY.CGI. I saw who are the guys behind it because I really like what you guys doing, and I just contacted you, said dope work, and I saw that you were in Bangkok also. So it was like such a coincidence. And normally I never contact anyone, and you were here nearby. So let's have a
Yeah, I think that's the good thing about the 3D community. It's like people are just so open-minded and people are just helping each other out and sharing what they're doing, the softwares and like the workflow. And there is so much knowledge out there online just to grab attention.
And the community is pretty small, so people are always like willing to connect with each other, and they reply to your DM, and like it's really like a small community that support each other. So I love it, you know. That's why I started to share on YouTube, because I wanted to help people knowing how 3D work and helping everyone to do even like more inspiring work online. So yeah, that's why I started YouTube videos.
Yeah, so you did Patreon and doing a lot of like learning classes and all these things, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Patreon and slightly like I still have my main course where I teach like a French designer. Okay, we arrived
Inside.
So yeah, where I teach designers how 3D work, and I join them from scratch, from day one to intermediate level, to understand how Cinema 4D software.
And the guy here is like, I would say he's a Houdini artist. Like you're mostly like a Houdini artist because you're specialized in.
Yeah,
and for people that doesn't know what Houdini is, it's like the most complicated 3D software I ever open and closed at the same time, because it takes so long time to actually figure out these things.
Yeah, the learning curve is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always try to do it.
It's kind of a next level software. Like you really have to dedicate your life only to Houdini.
Houdini, yeah. It's really frustrating. At the beginning, you will struggle a lot, don't get anything. But once you just switch, you understand just the basic. You can do like quite a lot of things, and it's getting pretty fun with these nodal systems. It's like really procedural, so everything you're doing once, you can reuse those tools with other setups, and this is really interesting workflow that I love about, you know. Like I didn't want to be limited, especially with simulations, and C4Ds, unfortunately at that time was a bit complicated to generate particle scenes or other like destructions and stuff, so Houdini was my main tool.
And what are the main things you were focusing in Houdini? Was it like simulations or?
Yeah, mainly simulation. What I wanted to do is like focusing on C4D for the camera movement and nice lighting, texturing. And the way I started with Houdini is like all of the complex sim with, like I mentioned, like particles or even freeze sim. Yeah. I did it in Houdini and importing as an Alembic into Cinema. And this is how I kind of make the bridge between these two software. But Houdini was mostly for the simulation at first.
I'm happy that guys like you, because I would never use my time. I think it's a lot of things to look into.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
I'm so impressed about people that's working with Houdini, because I know the quality they're doing is just next level of 3D.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, you've got also like your own vision, and you started with C4D also, right?
I started with C4D and Octane render. I think I just like, that's my safe zone. Octane have always been my thing, and then people slowly, all the studios I was collaboration with, like they slowly moved to Redshift. Like, everything that was like a wave of like people moving directly to Redshift because of I think this, at that time Maxon actually bought Redshift.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Loco.
Is there a few things you don't like about Thailand?
What I don't like, the smell. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I guess the smell. But you're getting used to it.
But we're talking about smell, but look, we are just...
Yeah, but I don't smell it. Either I'm used to it or I don't smell it. So it's over here. So now we're here at one of my favorite places where we're gonna eat duck and noodle. This is one of my to-go. Maybe it doesn't look like, but again, don't judge the book because this is really like, by its cover, because this one is like crazy good. So just like take a little bit like the spoon, and then you can just like variation of like how you want it. I feel like I'm in one of these Mark Wayne's food vlogs now, just to judge the, judge the food around me. I usually just like take the whole soup in. I'm gonna take you guys to one of my favorite spots at the River City nearby Chinatown, where we're gonna get some good coffee and just chill, and then we can continue the conversation where we started from at home.
Yeah, definitely. Talking about more
deeper insights
about WHY.CGI, the team, and
I guess you prepared a lot of things.
A lot of things.
We are soon here, so let's just go around.
cheers.
So yeah, we just skipping to this location here.
Yeah.
This is one of my locations I usually go in the weekends, but now it's a little off day because we're shooting some video, and so I just want to take you here because I like to go here. I like the whole view we have behind us with the ocean, and I like the coffee. It's great, and just the atmosphere is like really just good. And usually you can just like take what is like a ferry, pretty quick, directly to Icon Siam, just over here. So it's pretty convenient.
Yeah.
All these
good.
things.
It's a nice place. I like the vibe, and we film a little bit inside, so you guys had a look. And yeah, I think we can continue as well our conversation here. That's pretty a good environment, and we would like. I think like also the audience would love to know more about WHY.CGI and how you guys grew up that fast, because it's not really common for a company to in 1 year acquire such prestigious clients and grow that fast. And we are already like 20 people in the company. So how did you guys made it? Like how come that WHY.CGI grew that fast?
It's a good question, but it's also just a straightforward answer. I think it's because we are so like the thing is like we're just awake and grinding every single hour. So as soon as it's going to be a new day, we just starting up early, and then we're just grinding and then posting videos to make sure we always have something on social media. Today is like one of the strongest things. It's like posting organically things on social media. That's what we get discovered. I think our way of working is also just post a lot of video on our content that we know is have some viralness behind it, and that's why I think also a lot of clients are coming to us because they are seeing all this video. There's also be having these important questions to the clients every time we have a conversation with the clients. Is actually, where did you find us? And usually they're saying on social media, because nowadays people are not googling different things. They're just discovering us through reels and through friends, and people are sharing different things, and also. What we also are focusing on is like having these backlogs here. So let's say there's not a lot of work, but we still want to keep things alive. So we're just coming up with different ideas just to make sure we always have something good behind it. So every time we know something is trending, we're looking into the trends, we're looking into the season. It can be, okay, now Christmas is coming up, we need to have something Christmas related, but also we have something related to the season, but we also have a brand in mind when we're making this kind of video, just so there's something you can rely to and make sure everything is aligned with all the things that is actually going on to in this specific video. So when people are reaching out, they're saying, oh, I saw this video, it's amazing, we would like to have something actually to our brand also. Can you make something similar? And I think that's why we also only have organic clients. Now we're having a team where we actually are trying to get salespeople on the team, and now we're doing some more sales, even to grow even more. But mostly it's like organically people, and that's what we have been doing since we started.
And keep grinding a lot, posting all the time, being really present on social media, because there's a lot of companies that are grinding and posting a lot, but not growing as fast as you guys, because it's not only quantity but also quality. And this is like really important to always try to push the boundaries even more. Even now we're thinking about other processes to shoot, for the shooting as well, having a different type of storytelling. So it's always evolving and trying new tools and seeing like where we can push the boundary even further to entertain people, but also make the brand being aligned with the creative.
It's also about looking into, as you said, like the trends. What is upcoming? Is it the AI we're looking into now? Is it CGI? Is also the way of you perform yourself, and also what you want to show as a content creator. Again, as I mentioned in the very first time, we don't want to be settled to only do 3D. I think people, when they associate when they hear the word CGI, they think about 3D. But it basically is like computer-generated images when you say CGI. So it's all from AI, mixed reality, full CGI, augmented reality, all the things you actually can generate from the computer. That's the word on the WHY.CGI.
Exactly. Yeah. That was also like my next question, because WHY.CGI is, okay, we are specialized in mixed reality, also full CGI, but we've got bigger pictures. We want to make a proper brand with WHY.CGI and push even further. So what's the plan with WHY.CGI? Where do we want to push?
It's a good question. Like I think our main thing is like basically just to focus on something that is computer generated and then follow the trends where we are moving. Yeah, follow the flow, I guess. Not just stay at one place. Now we're seeing a lot of big studios is crashing because they stay on the old school ways. I think it's because I'm also from the new generation, and I like to think like new things all the time and trying to come up with new fun ideas. And I also want to follow the market. And if you're not following the market, I think you're gonna crash. So you need to follow the market all the time and make sure you make some good things. Like personally, I was so invested so much in 3D, and I would not do anything else than 3D. But again, if the market takes me to different places, I just follow with it. That's how it works.
Yeah, you always kind of follow the trends and follow what interests you. And regarding that journey here, you started as 3D on a kind of different type of market, right? Like you started with concerts at the club. How the journey started?
So my whole background is like from the whole beginning, right? So as a kid, I was just trying different schools. I was never like, I didn't like to go to school at all. I think that's the classic history you hear from all the big CEOs and founders out there, that just skip the school and do what you actually like and focus on that. I think my mindset have also always been doing something I really like and enjoy and have fun with, and then I will actually use more hours in doing that. So I remember when I was young, I was skipping all the schools. I was getting F, like in everything I did. My teacher didn't like me, but I was having a lot of like socials and friends, and I like to communicate and networking and having like these things around. So again, I tried 6 different schools and there was nothing. Suddenly one day, one of my good childhood friends came over to me and said, "Hey, I know you into like editing and do a lot of like videos," because at that time I was playing a lot of like video games like Counter-Strike. I was editing all these videos just because I think it was fun, trying to make the stand out, trying to make my YouTube channel with these kind of things. So I think most of the people's background I know that are doing some kind of like video editing have done the same like thing I'm doing actually. So everything took like small steps. I got presented for this specific school called Danish Media and Journalism School. So I started at specific school, and through the years there is some specific classes. We have 1 week with 3D, and I was so excited about like having this 1 week, and I was like, can we not have more weeks with 3D? Like, so we only have 1 week with 3D, and I was like, from that day I was just sitting at home and decided I just want to go full on in this kind of field and learn more about it, because the thing about like you can create something, your imagination, and showcase something to people was just so like impressive for me. And I suddenly found out I actually was good, because I was, when I know and I like some things, I really want to learn it, I just go all in on it. I just use my hours and wake up in underwear, sitting in front of my computer, eating in front of my computer, go bed, sleeping in front of the computer, just like using so many hours just to be like good to softwares and watching your YouTube tutorials and learning from these steps here, and just see how I can be better. So I started starting my own company, worked at a nightclub at that time also as well. So I have 3 different jobs. I work at a restaurant, I worked at the nightclub Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and also on the side I was doing a little freelance, because now people socially find me on social media. So everything is connected with social media. People are finding me on social media, and also the network I made through the industry I was working in at that time. I was doing visuals for different artists. I was doing visuals on the different clubs. I was making, like project mapping around the different bars and location. People hired me for different events just to project mapping there actually to that specific event. So there was some visuals. And certainly a lot of like the celebrities in Denmark hired me to make their visuals for some of the biggest concerts in the world. Royal Arena is like one of the biggest one we have in Denmark at home. So I got hired to all these specific clubs and arenas just to make visuals. I make a lot of content. There's actually a lot of things I've been hired into, and also I was hired into being a creative director for X Factor. X Factor is like an international television show, but we have our own also in Denmark. And I was hired in as a specific that show to focus on the visuals as well under the team they had. And then I was just like following the different things, and then suddenly there came like some small trends around online. I was like, okay, I think this is the way to go, and people just discovered me slowly, and other brands that haven't seen what I'm doing I feel like they're connecting with each other, sending my profile out to different things. And at that time, what people was just like saying, can you do this for us? And that's where I started to go to Upwork to find people that could help me. And if we go back to the conversation we had to start with, I found Egor, and that's why we're here today.
Okay. Yeah, it's like pretty interesting background. It's interesting you mentioned about like a video game with what you start with, and like you mentioned, a lot of people are starting by creating some personal projects and being interested about that field, and slowly moving to a more professional setup and joining studios for some people like me, but you joined directly into freelance. So you had already this kind of entrepreneurial mindset. So.
Yeah, I never worked for a studio. I've been an intern and at some really big studio in Denmark, but I never worked with a studio or anything. I've always been like my own and creating myself by myself. I think it's because I like to just create something. It's the same with you. Like the thing about creating something yourself is just a power that I think a lot of people don't have. But as soon they found it, it's just crazy what it's like you actually want to offer just specific for that brand you're working on. And then I quickly figured out if I want to grow, I need some partners around me, and because if I want to be the best, I need other people that have the same mindset and even grow faster.
Yeah, building the team, and this is really important. And how did you find like the kind of dream team that we have currently? Like it's been like pretty challenging. Like what could you recommend maybe for some people?
You know the process. It's pretty. It's headache. I would say it's headache, but it's also something that is really important, especially when you have your company, is finding the right people and the right fit. When I'm looking for people I hire for our studio, I'm not looking for people that can be there for 3 months. I'm looking for people that can be there at least like 10 plus years because I want to invest in that specific design. I want them to grow with us. I want them to learn with us. I want them to be part of the community. And that's why I think WHY.CGI is not just a 3D CGI studio. It's actually a community where we actually are trying to unfold different things you can do with the computer and make communities. So when I invest in people, it's not more than like I see them to be there more than like 10 plus years, of course, with good benefits and all these things that can be part of it. So again, like I think when we started, there was no like HR and all these things. It was just like working. Now we're getting more professional. Now we have an HR team. We have all these like elements that need to be actually at a good company, right? And like vacations and sick leaves and all these things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm super like impressed about like how WHY.CGI grew that fast, and maybe we can discuss about the few.
Am I sweating? No.
You're good. You're good.
Where you came from?
Yeah. So like So regarding the brands, like we've got a really interesting project, such as like Coca-Cola, Audemars Piguet, and all of these prestigious brands. And I guess because here we're talking to a really wide audience, and for some people really inspired about 3D and want to maybe build their own company. What could be like the advice you can give to them to be able to reach out to and being able to work with that type of brands here?
Again, it's really compared, like everything is up to the idea. Like I would say everything is about the idea, and then it doesn't matter how you execute it as long as like it looks good. What I learned about working with clients, when they say we want a mixed reality video, and then some of them saying AI video, and then some of them is saying 3D video. But they don't know what that specific thing is. They just want something that looks good and looks exactly what they have seen. So, but just my advice will basically be just create something that looks good, something that have some kind of good visuals, and make it outstanding, and make it, especially when you're focusing on social Instagram and TikTok and all the other things, make it short, make it quick, make it surreal. Take something you actually know about and try to combine it into your style, but also make it stand out. I think that's the goal here. Especially like what we're doing is usually playing on emotions when we create content and make 2 hooks. So the start hook is like in the very first seconds, and then how the camera like moves, and then the final hook just to keep them actually want to watch again. And that's why you keep generating, and automatically the whole algorithm in Instagram and TikTok is keep growing, and it's just crazy how it works. And again, when we work with the related seasons, as I mentioned before, just as one example, we did with the Ramadan. So the Ramadan video in 2 days got more than 80 million views. It's just crazy how powerful the social media is and how much attention it actually can get. And for that specific client, for that specific video, we can get more than 10 clients. But again, we have to have in mind also what the video you are actually showing, because let's say we're gonna create a creative video and it's getting a lot of views. It doesn't mean you get a lot of clients, but if you make something that also a brand related, you get a lot of clients. So it's depending how you actually are showing this kind of content here.
Yeah, it's about your vision. You have to keep in mind who you are targeting here. For us, it's more like a high-end brand, and we try to make the bridge between the viewer and that brand, and this is how we try to create really interesting ideas and that can go viral. So it's always having the goal in mind and reaching that goal.
Yeah, but I think first time I was like, okay, wow, Check Mus are contacting us. Now Dior are contacting us. Now Coca-Cola is like, I was like, okay, it's going so quick that I not have time to take a break and actually realize what clients we are working with. I appreciate all the clients we are working with, but it's going so quick that I cannot like celebrate it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It's just crazy. Like I think, of course, like in the first start when like people like Ralph Lauren and all these like high-end brands and it's coming directly from the headquarters, I was like, okay, wow, this is sick, on Netflix or something like that. But now it's just like being part of it, like especially because I never thought. Of course, I have big expectations to myself, but now it's just part of my being a job for me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But so Bondo is taking some break time sometimes, or is grinding every day. Like, how is your
My life in
your
Thailand.
life and your
In Thailand.
daily routine?
I think I would say I'm happy I've been moving to Thailand because we usually start European time because of most of the clients are from US and Europe. Some of them is also from Asia. But I'm really happy because then I can wake up at 7 a.m., do some meditation, and then I can after that I will take I just started at the Thai language, so I'm learning Thai now. And after the Thai language at I think it's like 9 to 10, I'm going to go Muay Thai. And then from after Muay Thai 10:30, I'm gonna go get a massage. And then I'm just ready to go to the office at home and just sit and work. And then sometimes you join me, and then we just brainstorming and on some cool stuff that we can work around, and then we work just to the end of the night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sometimes it can also be different. It really depends of like the days. So some days can be different. Like today we are doing a video with Lip. We're doing a lot of like it really depends. Again, that's what I so like about our field is like it variate like a lot compared to what we actually are doing.
Yeah, exactly. And also the type of project we are working on are always different, and this is what's really entertaining as well for me on this job. Is that yeah, like the type of clients and the creativity that we can bring in is really entertaining, and we never get bored. This is like the beauty of our industry, and also like the tools evolving. Like, and like you mentioned, we grinding a lot. It's like that's why most of the time we go to bed at 11 or midnight, because also regarding the working hours, most of the team is like based in Europe, so that's why we need to also to adjust ourselves. And
I think it's good we have a Asia to figure out, okay, what is the time zone, because we can of course work a lot, but there are also people behind it, and the difficult thing about like remote, for me I would say remote is like it's not easy, especially like managing people and teams. But the way we are doing it is basically taking three calls a day, weekly, Monday to Friday, with our project leader, and then the CG leads and the whole team also every morning. Just to make sure everyone is aligned and everything is structured. I think that's the right way to do it. If we didn't have these calls, I guess we were fucked, because you really need to be aligned on all these aspects here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's good. Like right now we're getting even more structure with different type of tools, and it's so important to have like. But for us, we're working on Discord, and this is like pretty useful for us because we kind of have this kind of studio vibe with people hanging out on different chats, but also because everyone is working remotely, it can be a bit lonely. And
and if people are interested what software we use, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe they can let us know also in the comments if we want to go, even if you guys want us to go even deeper into like technical stuff or software.
Like software, like working software. Like we use Slack and we work with Discord, so it's two managing softwares. Like we usually use Discord just to maintain the projects, and Slack is like overall communication between the teams.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think it works great.
It works pretty well. Yeah, pretty well. And I'm really happy how it's heading right now. Like. We've got a good synergy, and everyone is like pretty clear on the direction of the company and know what they're doing. So it's like really clear team, and yeah, stay tuned for the next month how WHY.CGI gonna grow, because yeah, we're touching different things here, and in 1 year I think WHY.CGI gonna be even bigger and even more like as a proper brand. So stay tuned on Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, I think we also, maybe we cannot reveal it yet, but I'm gonna do it no matter what. So we're actually building a brand around WHY.CGI also, like fashion brand around it. Again, we wanna not just be like only associated, my English is, sorry for my English, but associated with CGI. We also wanna be associated as like a creative community where people can connect and open up each other. It can be like videographers, it can be 3D directors, it can be illustrators, all these kind of people just connect somehow because they always are creative. So I guess what we are focusing on is creating also some merchandise, clothes, but not in a branded way, but in a more like fashion way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we want to extend. Even we are not only a studio. Keep in mind, it's like really a bit proper brand. So
I think that's also important for us to tell people that we're trying to stand out, like not just because a lot of 3D studios is only focused on the 3D they're doing, but we actually also want to focus on products and clothes on the side as well.
exactly, yeah. Because where the overall industry and also like the new technology coming up, we have also to prepare ourselves and like always trying to anticipate the new trends and being ahead. So we would like to develop this field here and anticipating all of those AR technology or so. So a lot of things coming up, and we are so. I mean, personally, I'm really happy to be in that field. I feel like spending a lot of hours learning those software, going deep into it, don't know where it's heading, kind of pay off right now because I really feel that being in control of what you are creating is such a big bonus. It's like just about storytelling after, and when all of the technical part is like mastered, after it's all about telling good stories that hook people. So thank you to go deep into it. That was dope.
And anything else you wanna
we can
know about?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a lot of things I would like to know, and also like the
Like
audience
the future.
would like to know. Exactly.
I think we can talk about what I think about the future of marketing and where we're going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That direction. So I think where I think personally we are going is more and more into the augmented world, like blending marketing with actually things you can walk around and touch screens. That's why we're seeing Apple Vision, and we're seeing Meta is keep developing on their glasses and trying to make it even more integrations. So I definitely think let's say in 2 years, that people having these glasses and we're moving slowly, it's not going to be in 2 years, but we're moving slowly from the phone into glasses more, and all the things you will see around us will be more interactive. So actually when you look up, you can see a living marketing dragon flying around, and maybe the dragon is something with Game of Thrones, and the poster is also there. But so as soon as you look at the poster, there will come a dragon out of the poster, but you actually can see it through the glasses. So it's going to be mixed reality just in real life you can interact with. That's what I think is going to be the future of marketing for sure.
Yeah, same here. Really excited about those new tools. We already can see some tools popping up and some new technology that's only on beta test right now. And I'm really excited right now. You're wearing actually the Meta glasses, right? The V1.
Yeah, it's just broken.
But I'm looking forward for the new one.
You just bought yours, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I really like it. It's really more immersive, and it's another point of view. And I like this kind of technology, but it's not game changer right now. It's just a new camera on your glasses. What I like is there is some AI assistant that's working pretty well. But what I'm looking forward is, like you mentioned here, is those glasses where we can see AR filter on top, and it's automatically tracking your environment and displaying brands, for example, advertising, or even being able to play different games in this real world. So
it's only going to be more extreme. I would say it's only going to be more and more extreme. We had a conversation yesterday about it's so crazy. It's getting more and more real. The AI, it's so difficult to tell what are the people going to do with this kind of content. It's so crazy, right? And we're sharing more and more AI things to each other because we know it's not controllable yet, but there's definitely something interesting what we can combine. That's what we're doing now, combining AI with CGI, combining 3D with AI, just to get some even more interesting things like simulations, what we can actually save some time, not using Houdini, but we're trying to combine these things just to save some time. And some prices also, of course, and sometimes it looks even better, right? And the time is just quick. It takes 2 minutes or 3 minutes just to do these kind of things. But sometimes it takes more time because you have to go deeper and maybe clean up stuff like with Photoshop or use some other tools. I think with AI, there's a lot of tools combination here that still need to be there. But I definitely think AI is the future to be. And if you're not using AI in your tools workflow yet, just start on it. I would say for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty important. And right now is the race of AI. There is a lot of tools coming up every day. It's super hard to keep track on it, but
Every day we have a new guy.
Yeah.
New AI
Yeah.
come out this week. Pega Labs 2.2. Next week 2.3. Next week 2.4. Like they're upgrading all the time.
It's Google that coming into the game also, and there is like a
Yeah.
Meta. Like I mean, there's like
Google is
Adobe.
extreme. We tried tested it yesterday. On if you guys want to try these things out, you can go to FreePick. I don't have a discount code for you guys, but you can just check it out. So FreePick is I would say like a main tool, right? So FreePick is like mid-journey, just with all the tools included. You have Kling, you have Google Veo, you have IMAX. What is IMAX?
Magnific also.
Magnific
tools.
Magnific. Yeah, I don't know. And then you have what else? You have a lot of different things. It's like, and the price
Clean.
cost is okay. Yeah. And it's really, really quick, and the realism you actually are getting is really, really high. Image effects, I would say image effects for generating images is the number one, personally for me.
Yeah. What I love personally is like Midjourney, because you can have like the mood board, so you can like input like a different type of style, and you just generate an image, and it looks with the same mood. With like, for example, like you take just simple picture with your iPhone on a wide angle, and it's going to automatically apply this same type of lens with a little bit of grain, and I love that on Midjourney. But Image Effects is really professional and looks really clean directly. Yeah. I like this one too.
Yeah, so I don't know, like if we move back to the question about like what we're gonna do with all this AI on social media, I definitely think there are gonna be some rules. Otherwise, people will, I don't know, have a lot of like fake news out there, and I know some people are really like, is it real? Whereas as a designer myself, I know it's not real. And some people are really like, is it real? You know, like they cannot see the different things. Even like with the CGI we sometimes do, where I think AI sometimes can look even more realistic, right?
Yeah, we have to be aware as well of the new generation, because for us, we grew up without internet. I mean, personally, just Game Boy Color and stuff. So we were not like really push onto this type of content. We don't know what's real or not. And for the
imagine
new
the generation, like imagine the whole, like the old generation, right? Like how crazy it would be for them to see a video like this.
Yeah, they don't know what's real or not, like because they're gonna grow up with YouTube and Instagram. So yeah, it's pretty...
and it's even quicker to be a. Would you use the word artist for AI person? There's just like, how do we generate the word artist? Like, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
To me, it's still considered as an artist, even if it's not the same definition that it used to be in the past.
But imagine you have used so long time to master Houdini, Cinema 4D, all these tools. But when you go to FreePick or Midjourney, make me a cat wearing a hat eating a salmon. Boom.
Yeah, for sure. But those people are, okay, maybe creating some picture, but I don't know if they pretend to be an artist, and I will not define them as an artist, but if someone have a specific style or specific mood and always creating the same type of content and having like really art direction in each of their picture, I could consider them as an artist, because there is some prompt engineering. Of course, it's not as hard as it's like using Houdini or other 3D software, but there is some art direction behind. And it's just like we have to reconsider like, is artists being like just really good technically? I don't think so. It's about telling us stories, and the tools doesn't really matter. It's just about like vehiculate an emotion here.
I would say personally, an artist for me is someone that knows the tools, how to, especially if I hire an art director, he should know how the lighting setup is inside of that specific software. I would never hire an AI artist to be my art director, because he will just say, you can generate it in AI. Hey bro, we need to understand the lighting, the position, the area light, the spotlight, all these like lights there is in the room, the color grading, all the specs, all the terms of words you actually are using. As an artist, it's the same as a painter. You have layers by layer. You're starting with building your models, and then you're making the animatic, and then everything is gray, and then you're starting when everything is confirmed with the movement and the camera, everything is approved. We're starting to actually texture it, and we're lightning, working on the environment and all these things. And then at the finals, you make the simulation and actually make this on top. And then you have a perfect, it's like being a painter. I would say, where you can be an AI artist, use Comfy. Comfy is, I would say that's an AI artist tool, because that's more technical, I would say. It's like Houdini, right? Just for
It's not all, yeah, it's procedural.
for AI,
so,
it's
yeah.
like with nodes, and you have to really dive into it before you know how it works. Instead of just like jumping into Midjourney and then generating a prompt.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same in terms of art director. Art director and artist to me is like slightly different because art director is someone that being able to drive the team and knowing all of these technical aspects to be able to have the best output as possible. An artist to me is maybe more someone that have a specific style and specific trying to vehiculate the specific emotions. So it's slightly different, but for sure, like as a 3D director, like people that we are actually looking for also, they need to know all of these technical parts and have a similar background as we have, which is like knowing Cinema 4D, Houdini, knowing all of the terms, and being able to drive teams. So yeah, it's pretty important for everyone, I guess, to know these tools, go deep into AI.
Yeah,
because
also
this is
like
in
just
the
be
future.
good at Photoshop. I guess like a concept artist will be really, really good at AI.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you're a concept artist, you win.
yeah, exactly.
Because you can put on the small logos, you know how the shadow work, you know how the lighting works, you actually are an artist yourself. So combining the concept artist as a Photoshopper to AI is the goals now. I would say Photoshop is definitely a tool we are looking at. If you're a Photoshopper, just reach out to my email, Bondo at WHY.CGI.media. We are looking for Photoshoppers out here. So if you're a concept artist or anything else, I think definitely you have the right tools to be like the perfect AI artist in my aspect.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty agree with that. So it's all about now generating the first picture and the tools that are going to generate videos going to be easier and easier.
Did you see the, just taking away from the AI, did you see the interview with Mark Zuckerberg about the glasses and what he's talking about the future will be?
Oh yeah, I started looking at it. I haven't finished it, but yeah, it looks.
But he actually saying the same thing about like in the future, we actually are moving more into the glasses and not having any phones. It's just like my theory is like in the longer run, we're moving from glasses to lenses because it's getting so like everything is technology is just getting like smaller and more precise and even faster with the help of AI that can actually send over exact code and but overall thing, I think AI is going to be the future, and I think it's not going to be just as single as the only software, but I think it's about combine all softwares together and then learn the new tools for sure. It's like the calculator, right? It's like when the calculator comes to the market, you know, okay, now I can say 2 + 2 is 4. Before you didn't have these things, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we are really entering in an interesting era right now with those new tools. I'm super happy that we are alive to really live this such a paradigm compared to where we were a few years ago. Yeah, I agree with you. Like AI gonna be such a big thing. We already have to onboarding it into our workflow. So
yeah. So if you haven't explored AI yet, definitely look into it and see how you can implement it to your own workflow. I would say that.
be sure to.
Be sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have any like. Is there any else things you would like to learn about me? Maybe I don't know.
There's other things that I would love to learn about you, but also like I guess the community also would like to know more. So what I invite you guys is leaving a comment under this video, and we're gonna select the one the most interesting and ask them to Bondo for the next interview. I think that's gonna be a really interesting one. So thank you for this interview.